There are many sorts of mums. Plastic mums.
For the Barbie of Queens.
I've had 3 nose jobs, skin laser, teeth whitening.
Entrepreneurial mums.
I own a business that helps women crowdfund their breast enhancement surgery.
And mums with face tats.
I would describe my look as a modern day Harley Quinn.
But what's the one thing these ladies all have in common? They are all fire.
All my friends have a huge crush on my mom, like all of them. I'm not even joking.
Here are 5 times mums.
Who cares that I'm a mom? Moms are hot too.
We're just unapologetically hot. Allegra is a global sex icon.
I'm not a diva. I'm the everyday woman with big boobs. These big boobs got me places.
Is it hard being you?
Harder not to be me.
And she is at the top of her game.
I own a business that helps women crowdfund their breast enhancement surgery. It's a plastic surgery OnlyFans meets Facebook.
Because of her unique look, her parenting skills have certainly been questioned.
People criticize my parenting skills all the time because of the way I look. All those negative things. I only care about what I look like. I don't spend any money or time or energy on my children, and nothing could be further from the truth.
But Allegra chooses to ignore the haters.
As long as my husband and my children feel like I'm doing a great job, then I'm satisfied.
And keep on glamour modelling regardless.
How long will I continue glamour modeling? As long as I'm alive. I think I do represent such a large group of women who are begging for a woman to represent them. And whether it be age or a certain look, I'll keep doing it as long as I'm having fun. If I'm not having fun, then I'll stop doing it.
Frances is obsessed with cosmetic surgery.
I've had 3 nose jobs, skin laser, teeth whitening.
And, as well as being a mum of 1,
Oh, thank you.
she is an OnlyFans model.
I started OnlyFans so I could make my own hours. I can only work sort of 2 days a week and then be at home with Ken for the rest of the time. To keep the fans interested, it's important to get plastic surgery. I am 28, so nature's working against me at this point.
As well as experiencing scrutiny from members of the public.
People assume that if you have work done that you only care about yourself.
I think that's what people think.
Or yeah, you're not putting your child first. But I don't see why you can't do both. Do you remember when I had my nose done? We went to baby sensory group and they all looked at me like I was an alien.
Yeah.
Her harshest critics are her own family.
Fran's obsessed with her looks. She'll go on till she looks like Michael Jackson.
My mum thought that when I had a baby that I wouldn't be so concerned about my looks, but if anything it's made me more concerned because I didn't want to just become a boring basic mum.
Now preparing for nose job number 4 in Turkey, Frances reluctantly has to reveal all to her family.
Have I told you that the next surgeon I'm going to go to is abroad in Turkey?
No.
Well,
It'd be a disaster.
I don't want you to go abroad for it. You don't need to go abroad. It's too risky. Will this be your final surgery then, Fran?
No.
On your nose?
No, probably not. Well, no, on my nose?
Yeah, on your nose.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully. Just hope so.
And you promised me that then? Because what did I say to you before? I wouldn't speak to you again if you carry on.
Well, here we are and you're still talking to me.
Well, I always will, but you've got to say one final time then.
One last try.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
Do you worry that Kendall might have a negative body image because of the surgery?
No, I'm not worried about Kendall having negative body image. If she wants to grow up and be a tomboy into motorbikes, then she can. That's her own life. I don't necessarily need her to follow in my footsteps or encourage her to. So I'm not worried.
Next up.
Hi, I'm Elena. I've had 9 major plastic surgeries and over 500 procedures, spent over $150,000 to transform my body, but I'm nowhere near finished.
And her daily schedule revolves around everything beauty.
My look requires a lot of time. I strive for perfection. I have like super hooded eyes. That's probably gonna be my surgery after the one that I'm having. I do Botox year-round. I have a brow lift, rhinoplasty, silicone in my cheeks. I had my chin reconstructed. I have silicone in my lips, Kybella, to eliminate some of the fat under my chin. It's basically like a liposuction with needles, breast augmentation 3 different times, a tummy tuck. I had my muscles sewn together so it corsets my waist, hip implants, butt implants, fat transfers. I had my arms, legs, my stomach, and my back liposuctioned. I'm currently recovering from spacers being placed in my hips and my butt to make them bigger, to stretch the skin out. It's basically preparing me for my next surgery. My family is not supportive. I don't want plastic surgery to drive a wedge between me and my family.
She is lucky to have the backing from her son.
I don't really remember anything much about my mother without the surgeries, but I'm okay with it. I mean, she's not an average soccer mom. I know about how things could go wrong under the knife, but I'm good with it. For the Barbie of Queens.
Next up, we have Jen from New York, who loves her hot mum aesthetic.
I'm 31, but I like to dress like the young girls. I just like to feel sexy. That's my vibe. Nowadays that I am carrying this baby, I don't like to wear super tight all the time. I'll wear something a little more like, I guess, mom-like. I love that this top, you can kind of do whatever you want with it, but it's fun to show a little bit of skin and a little cleavage. I have been judged for wearing this and things like this. I think their biggest problem is they think I'm a mom. I have, sons. I shouldn't be showing this, but come on. We all have a chest. We all have a body. This is my Playboy Bunny costume of this year. I honestly think that a lot of women are jealous because they don't have the confidence I have. And confidence doesn't mean that I'm so into myself and everything. It just means that I'm confident in who I am, and it took a lot of years to get here. People either love or hate my style, but I just roll with it.
Jen has faced ongoing criticism, not only because of her look, but also her relationship.
A lot of people say that I want Steven for his money, and they assume that because he is 12 years older than me, he is successful. But honestly, I love him because I love him.
My family has not reacted very well to my relationship with Jen. They're very stubborn, they're very old school, very old fashioned.
Good job.
It is what it is, at the end of the day, I obviously love her, I love our family.
You gotta be careful with that knife, bro.
I couldn't ask for a better stepmom for the boys.
Jen's style has even boosted her son's popularity at school.
All my friends have a huge crush on my mom, like all of them. I'm not even joking.
But she's not popular with some of the parents.
Typically, people's reactions depend on their age. It's when we start hitting like 40, 45, they love to say that I should not be doing this and I should not get my lips injected and it looks terrible and you're a mom. And I'm like, who cares that I'm a mom? Moms are hot too, like what? So I had kids and I can't be hot anymore? Like, no way.
Jen has chosen to ignore the haters. She knows her lifestyle and interests just make her a better mum.
What do you think of Jen being a hot mom?
She just can't help it.
And last, but definitely not least, we have artist Valerie, who has been getting tattoos since she was 15 years old.
I got my first tattoo when I was on vacation, obviously. And I just found the first shop. Thankfully, they're not there anymore, but they were there. I would describe my look as the modern day Harley Quinn. I have a little more than 800 tattoos on my body, including my face. I want to do it like to the point where, you don't even see my palms of my hands anymore. My stomach alone was, I want to say, $15,000. And it's not even done. I forget that I have face tattoos this way. I'm like, why are these people staring at me? Like, what is on my face? I legit asked my son, what's on my face? And he's like, you have face tattoos. Because I forget, they're just a part of me.
Valerie's son started noticing her tattoos when he was 6 years old, and she has always received his full support.
He would never say anything negative, which was awesome. I just want him to see that I'm comfortable in my own skin. I want that for him. I want everything for him. I want the best for them. And I know that they will have the best. I'll make sure of it.
Determined to carry on inking her body, Valerie is now getting a new tattoo dedicated to her mum.
I've learned to appreciate my mom so much after having kids. So I'm getting her birth year on my face.
Valerie's mother saw that she's getting a face tat on my story on Instagram, and she put the crying emoji because she doesn't want her daughter to cover up her face anymore. Too late, Mom, too late.
Most of the misconceptions are mental health issues. You know, only crazy people tattoo their faces. It's a look that I'm comfortable with.
So there you have it. 5 ladies proving you can be a mum and still be unapologetically hot.